The Albion and the Reliance are cast iron letterpress machines that were each built around 1899. The presses were purchased by Andrew Horn, a co-founder of UCLA's School of Library Service, and were in regular use by library students until the program moved out of Powell Library. The presses were held in storage for almost 20 years until they were reassembled, cleaned, and set up in a permanent display in the fall of 2015.
To ensure that the Albion and the Reliance will remain in a condition for permanent display, priority must be given to preserving cast iron, the material that makes up most of the presses. The biggest concern of the preservation of metal objects is the danger of corrosion. Iron is a base metal that corrodes very easily.
There are many sources of metal corrosion, including acids, bases, salts, oils, chemical metal polishers, and gaseous fumes. Of all the sources that cause metal corrosion, the most ubiquitous source of danger is contact between metal and water, either directly through flooding, a burst pipe, or indirectly through relative humidity.
Because even routine cleaning and polishing can be a source of corrosion, one of the simplest and important means of preserving the presses is to ensure that they are kept free of dust, debris, and oil. Dust and debris that settles on the presses attracts moisture, which is the most common source of metal corrosion. The presses are currently housed in glass enclosures that have wide gaps between each panel, do not extend completely to the floor, and are not covered at the top.
Because the presses are not completely covered, maintaining a clean environment is crucial to their preservation. Each press is located in a highly trafficked environment that risks bringing them in contact with dust and debris. A consistent cleaning schedule during which the areas around the presses are thoroughly swept, dusted, and mopped will ensure that the presses themselves will not have to be cleaned and polished as often. Additionally, adding a polycarbonate sheet to the roof of current enclosures will be of long-term benefit to the presses.
Finally, maintaining a controlled environment with a relative humidity below 55% is one of the most important methods for preserving metal objects. Data loggers that monitor temperature and relative humidity can be purchased from OnScent Company for under $200. While costly, installing a data logger in each of the press enclosures to monitor the relative humidity is invaluable to limiting the chance of metal corrosion. Data loggers now use Bluetooth low-energy technology to connect them with a corresponding cell phone application. Humidity alerts can easily be set and the data can easily download and shared at any time.
To conclude, a short-term preservation action for ensuring longevity of the presses is to install a polycarbonate screen to the top of the press cases. A mid-level action is to establish twice-weekly cleanings of the press enclosures and their surroundings. A long-term solution, while costly but beneficial, is to install data loggers that monitor temperature and relative humidity in each press enclosure.
The University of California, Los Angeles, considers these presses part of their library special collections. To ensure long-term survival, we hope these preservation needs will be addressed.